Yo, what's up everyone? In this video, we're going to watch another Stephanie Buttermore video. What I eat in a day, full day of intuitive eating. And that's it. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm not a fan of All In. Not a fan of all her what I eat in a day. Getting a little bit of a disingenuous vibe from this whole thing at this point. It's been, what, well over a year? Almost 2 years? Is that possible? A year and a half? Anyway, let's just watch this video.
But then you're gonna have to
1.5 speed, deal with it.
watch me like lick it out of a cone. Okay, we're gonna put it in a cone.
That's my should break my heart to put me together.
Okay, my head is cut off. Let's try this again. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. As promised, I'm here with a full day of eating. This is actually my lunch, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm sure this totally goes without saying, but what I eat today is not what I eat every single day. So I'm gonna try to show you the most accurate representation of what I eat, because I generally do eat like very similar meals every single day. If you follow me on Instagram story, you are well aware of that. This is mostly because I'm lazy and I lack creativity, so today is gonna be no different. You're gonna get the same old boring meals that I eat most of the time. I'm also gonna show you a few other examples of meals that I ate earlier this week, so you can get like a true representation of like the type of food I eat on a regular basis. I also wanna catch you up on everything that's going on with me, so maybe a little bit of an update. But first, I wanna show you what I had for breakfast. I mentioned in my last video that I wake up at like some god-awful time in the morning, like every morning, and I still do that. Hello, hi, good morning. But I've definitely switched up what I'm actually doing in the morning to help with that whole anxiety and lack of appetite thing that I mentioned in my last video. So what I do every morning is I get my breakfast together and I sit down and I write my book for at least 30 minutes to an hour every single morning. I have been working on my book and things have been going really well. I'm actually all the way up to chapter 5. I still have like tons more work to do on it, but I am making progress. Today I'm having cake pop oatmeal as usual. I mean, like, what else is new? But I've been making this the night before. It's the night before. So it's super easy for me to sit down and write and already have something to eat. What I do is I make them the way that I normally make oatmeal. Like I actually cook the instant oatmeal as usual with boiling water, and then I add a scoop of protein. Nothing different here. I also like switching up the cake pop for my other favorite, the strawberries and cream protein for oats, when I want something different. I let it cool down before I scoop it into the jar. I throw in some granola, some berries, and ta-da! Cold cooked oats that sat in the fridge overnight. It makes it like cookie dough. I mean, come on.
Wow, it's a great way to decide what to eat. I will say, first impressions, she seems very positive in this video. Oh my god, is this like, or am I just in a not bad mood? But I feel like this is like a positive video. She's not complaining. She's not like, oh, my life's so hard, blah, blah, blah. Also, all right, so let's just go one by one, right? Wakes up at 6:30. Eats her cake pop breakfast. So one problem that I see with people who are trying to eat healthy is that they make a lot of their decisions based on how visually appealing the food is, right? So like how many of you, and I know she's making a YouTube video, and if you want to make a good video, you should make the food visually, aesthetically pleasing. But like, is this the ideal thing to eat? No. The types of oats that she's using, I prefer to use the like real oats, or not real oats, but like she has the oats with the fucking husk taken off. These are quick oats, right? You see how they're like little tiny pieces of oats? These are the quick oats, right? So like the difference between these and rolled oats is that these are like cut into small pieces, and I think they have some of the I don't know, do oats have a husk? Some of the like fiber is removed, and it's just the the digestible part, I think, is the difference between the quick oats. I don't like these personally. I think it's a lot easier to eat too many calories with these, and you kind of lose the benefit. I mean, they'll still make you regular, right? And these are good for energy. But I prefer to eat the like whole oats. I feel like it's more of a conscious act of eating. Again, not a huge deal as far as a breakfast goes. This is definitely not the worst thing in the world. I'm not a fan of protein powder, especially not like artificially sweetened protein powder. I mean, all protein powder is basically artificially sweetened. But I'm not a fan of eating it if at all possible, and definitely not like what I assume to be super sweet cake batter protein powder. Also, why do you need so much protein in the morning? I don't think you do. if I was going to make a breakfast for myself, and this is really boring, doesn't make an interesting YouTube video at all, I would have whole oats, like the rolled oats, just mixed with water, and that's it, right? And maybe like a little bit of salt, or if I'm feeling adventurous, like a little bit of brown sugar and maybe a tiny little bit of butter. And when I say a tiny little bit, I mean like a little bit, and just mix it in there just to make it not taste like shit. But I've definitely eaten a lot of oats, like oats and water, and that's it. I've definitely eaten that hundreds of times. Again, this is not like the worst thing in the world, but what this seems to be is a symptom of like the faulty decision-making process, where it's like, I want to eat something that tastes good and looks pretty, as opposed to I want to eat the optimal, healthiest choice for myself. You do have leeway, obviously. She's not ugly, she's not fat, from what I can tell. So you can afford to, bend the rules a little bit. But, if you're looking for that extra edge, then I wouldn't eat this. The berries, stuff like that, I just don't think any of this is necessary, really. I just don't think it's necessary. Again, like, these are not bad for you by any stretch of the imagination. I just wouldn't eat this for breakfast. Also, I wanted to say, she's writing a book. Good for her. I should write a book. I don't know what it would be about. But I was thinking about that the other day. It's like, because I have a lot written about a ton of shit. And I was thinking I'll just compile it into a book and just get that out there. And then sit down and write an actual book, like coherent book. Anyway, granola. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good, but just unnecessary to eat that much.
Like cookie dough. I mean, come on. Now, I don't make this using a conventional overnight oats method of just like letting oats soak in almond milk or something, but this is my breakfast, and when have I ever been conventional? I'm also going to show you an example breakfast of what I ate yesterday. Pretty basic, and yeah, I do eat oatmeal most of the time, but sometimes I enjoy eating other stuff too, especially when I'm in the mood for something more savory. And I know that it's like really early in the morning to eat breakfast, especially for somebody who has very little appetite in the morning, but there's something about the routine of just sitting down and eating with my tea and my computer that I feel like as soon as I take the first couple of bites of whatever I'm eating, I start to feel hungry. And it's like so early that like I haven't even had time to be super anxious about the day yet. It's like before the internet has woken up, and I have me time, and I have my food time, my breakfast time, my tea time, and my book time. After I finish eating, I will take a multivitamin, and I will also take a hair, skin, and nail supplement. And then after I finish eating breakfast, I get dressed, get ready for the day, and then I usually head over to the gym. Okay, so I'm dressed and ready for the gym. I'm actually wearing Whitney Simmons' collaboration with Gymshark, at least the top is, and a sports bra. Very cute. The leggings are from Amazon, if you're curious, and I'm gonna go do a quick lower body workout. I'm just probably gonna run through it pretty fast in the video because I know you guys are here for the food, so ideally, I will see you with food very soon.
Great.
I just did my hair, I just did my makeup, and as soon as I step outside, my hair's gonna be a complete mess. So at least I tried, and it looked good for like 5 minutes. So now that we're all caught up, it's time for lunch. I am just having a sandwich. I don't think it requires a tutorial on how to put meat in between.
Is this a Stephanie Buttermore video? What's going on? I wonder if she's been watching my videos. Oh, you know what's funny? I think she has. I think she finally saw my videos. Because I got a bunch of copyright notices on all of my Stephanie Buttermore videos. So I don't know if like it was like her publicist who saw it, or if she manages it. I don't know how it works with these like million subscriber YouTubers, but like the last one that I did got it's not a copyright flag. Like there's two. So basically, like if you use content from another video or that belongs to another company or something like that, they can claim. They essentially, I don't know if they claim the rights to your video, but they, the ads that are on your video, the revenue will go to them. So you get to make the video, you get to like create the content, but they will benefit from it financially. So that all my Stephanie Buttermore videos got claimed for that. So like, I don't make any more money from Stephanie Buttermore videos. I don't really care. Like the amount of money that I make from YouTube in general is fucking virtually nothing anyway. So I'm not really caught up about, fucking 8 videos that I made, even though they are some of the most popular videos on my channel. Don't know what that says about my channel, but anyway, I think maybe finally she watched one of my videos. Oh my God, I'm making it in life. Okay, so let's go, I guess, one by one. Breakfast, like, no, I don't think anybody really enjoys eating breakfast. Really, it's not like you don't wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my god, I'm so hungry, I can't wait to eat immediately after waking up. Like, nobody wants to eat. It's not like it's not a natural thing to wake up and want to eat right away. You wake up, you have your coffee, you gotta, void your bowels and like fucking become a normal human being. This is a good morning routine. There's this whole idea that like one of the reasons that Americans are so fat, or why modern people are so fat, is because of TV and the internet, because it's much easier to sit and smash an entire bag of chips or box of cookies or entire pizza while you're watching TV. You sit there, you're consuming the content, and you don't even really realize that you're eating. It's much less of a conscious behavior. And with this, it seems like she's focusing on writing the book and eating kind of at the same time because it's right there. Also, another thing I just thought of, this book, Atomic Habits, that I've been talking about in my past couple videos, the guy says that a lot of the times the habits that we have and the things that we do, the preferences that we have, are because it's what's available in our environment. So the idea is that if you want to do something, you have to make it easily accessible, right? And the trick here, I guess, is that we don't really realize that this is happening. So his whole recommendation is that if you want to start a new habit, you have to make your environment conducive to starting that habit. The example that he gives is that, I think this was at Harvard, in their cafeteria, they wanted people to try and get to drink more water without telling them to drink more water, right? They wanted to do it without them knowing that they were doing anything. So what they did is they took, they added a few vending machines in the cafeteria that had water, and they put them next to, or they added water to the vending machines or something like that. And people started drinking, they counted the bottles that were sold at the end of the week or something like that. And people started drinking more water. It was like 30% or something like that. And then they interviewed the people afterwards or during the week or something, and they asked them, oh, why did you buy that water? Why are you drinking what you're drinking instead of, something else? And they nobody said, I bought it because it was in the vending machine and I saw it, right? Not a single person. But that was the only thing that changed. There was no messaging about water. There was no like fucking campaign to drink more water or anything like that. It was just because they added the bottles. So if you, I guess, the analogy here is that if you make food the night before, right, when you're, I guess, hungrier than in the morning, and you place the food next to you while you're doing your laptop shit or writing your book or whatever, you are going to eat the food, right? Because it's fucking right there. Like, if I had some food on my desk right now, I'd probably be eating it. Probably not, because I just woke up, but and that's also why I don't have fucking food on my desk, because I knew that I'd probably be eating it. And that's why I keep all my food in my kitchen, obviously. It's kind of self-explanatory. Anyway, so that's that. Like, the reverse effect also works. If you're sitting and watching TV, you're more likely to eat because you're not conscious about it. So I guess that's a potential application for people who have trouble eating. Although, like I said, I don't think it's necessary to eat in the morning. I don't think that's like, oh, you got to eat breakfast. Like, definitely not. And then what else? Come on. Eggs? She's for sure been watching my videos. For sure. Never, I don't think I've ever seen her once eat eggs. Never once. Come on. Come on. Eggs and toast for breakfast? What about the cakes? What about the croissants? What about fucking... What else she eat? I don't even know. All kinds of garbage. A fruit plate or something. Which is not necessarily the worst thing, but it's definitely not, like... This is good, man. This is good. For breakfast, I guess? I don't know what else to say. Like, for sure watching my videos, huh? I take it as a compliment. I'm like, look at these, some muscle tone right here. She looks much better in this video than she did in her last one. Is it the angles and the lighting? Maybe. But I think she's put on a little bit of muscle since her last video, which was maybe a month ago. That's why I said, like, am I watching a different person? Is this like Stephanie Buttermore's evil twin who's like eating meat and fucking working out? Look at, she's a girl, so it's harder to put on muscle. And I know a lot of girls don't necessarily want to train their arms too much because they try to maintain like a feminine upper body. Whereas with the lower body, they'll fucking train that shit every day. In terms of the vitamins and the supplements, hair, skin, and nails, I think, and a multivitamin, that seems a little... if you are... Let's say you're an anorexic girl. This is a fucking great idea for a video. Let me fucking write this one down. Supplement recommendations for anorexic girls, and we'll call this aesthetic eating. That concept I mentioned earlier. Anyway... if you are, there are a lot of supplements that will help vegans, right? Because vegans are generally deficient in a lot of foods, or in a lot of like nutrients and vitamins and stuff, because their diet is so restrictive. So you have a lot of these supplements that are proven to be very helpful, but kind of only in vegans, right? Like glutamine is one, where I think it'll help recovery and it'll help with their energy and stuff like that. Creatine is another one. Like, why are you not taking creatine? This is kind of what I don't understand. I mean, obviously not everybody. It just doesn't occur to people to take creatine for energy, because people have a certain idea of what creatine is because of what they've heard from other people, or what they've the blurb they've read in something mainstream. And they're like, oh, I don't want that. That's for guys or something. And they never consider taking it. But I think in this case, creatine would be great. In fact, should I make a video like supplement recommendations for Stephanie Buttermore? We'll add that one to the list. Supplement X for Steph. I need a life. Okay. Hair, skin, and nails. I've never experienced any sort of benefit from hair, skin, and nails supplements. One thing that I have noticed that gives like crazy fucking nail growth and hair growth was the old school NO2. If anybody remembers NO2, it was the like original nitric oxide booster. But nitric oxide boosters in general help with protein synthesis, and that's really what you need, because what is your hair is dead protein. What are your nails is dead protein. So the more your body synthesizes protein, the more your nails and skin are going to grow, because you have all of this excess protein that your body's metabolizing. Not all of it is going to go to your muscles. Some of it is going to come out in your hair. Some of it is going to come out in your nails. And I didn't mention it, but I noticed in the beginning of this video, I didn't say anything about it because I don't think anybody cares, but she has hair extensions, right? This is not all her natural hair, not to blow her up or anything like that. But if you look here, right, this is her natural hair, the stuff that stops right here. Right, and then these are extensions. I'm not sure what kind of extensions they are. I can't really see. But I think she always has long hair like this. So I'm willing to bet probably either tape or microbeads. I don't think they're clips, because she's always got them in, basically. Maybe she always puts them in for the video, but I don't think so. Pro tip, any girls who have extensions that are long like this, curl your hair. Because this is very obvious, right? That, these are not everybody cares really, but like if you curl your hair, it's much harder to tell that they're extensions. Whereas with this, it's pretty obvious. But anyway, the reason that I mentioned that is because if she is interested in growing her hair, which is very likely, because like I said, hair is dead protein. If you have issues with nutrition, you're not eating enough, or like you're stressed out about food, or you're fucking anorexic or something, or recovering anorexic, you're going to have hair problems because your body does not have enough it's not doing protein synthesis enough because you are not eating enough protein. So one of the non-essential uses of protein in your body is your hair. You don't fucking need your hair to survive, whereas you need your organs. So the point is that instead of taking this, what is probably like fucking biotin and like all this other shit that I've never experienced any sort of benefit with, and I've experimented with these things, I would recommend a nitric oxide booster, or something that is known to boost protein synthesis. So like I said, the original NO2, which is alpha, what's that shit called? AAKG. I don't know what it stands for. Alpha something keto glutamate. Alpha arginine keto glutamate, I want to say. That was the original ingredient in NO2, like the original active ingredient that like nobody had heard of before. I take agmatine, which I'm not sure if that's a nitric oxide booster, or if that, stimulates blood flow through some other mechanism. I'm not sure. Let me just look this up really quick. Is agmatine a NO booster? Nitric oxide booster. Because agmatine likes to activate eNOS, it enhances nitric oxide in the muscles slightly. Yeah, an increase in NO in the muscles means you get a greater. Yeah, okay. So I guess it does work through the same mechanism. Let's see here. AKG, a nitric oxide booster. Increases production. Okay. Nitric oxide. Yeah. Okay. So I think it works through the same mechanism. Arginine does the same thing as well. Just look this up really quick, and then we'll get back to Stephanie. Results, heart rate, blah blah blah, were increased. All right. So anyway, I guess I'm not sure the degree to which like all of these things boost nitric oxide. In my experience, the most effective one has been agmatine in terms of the amount that you actually need to take. AAKG, you take 5 grams, which is a lot. With the old NO2 supplements, they would have you taking these fucking horse pills, 8 of them a day. That was the dose, or maybe even 12 a day. You would have to take them, and this is back in like the year 2000, before the supplement industry was as developed as it is now. So that's kind of outdated. So anyway, long story short, I would recommend agmatine instead of fucking biotin bullshit, which doesn't do anything. Because it will stimulate production of NO2, nitric oxide, which will increase blood flow and also encourage protein synthesis in your body, which is muy bueno, and help you get faster gains in the gym. And then she looks good. Like, I've never seen her looking this good. And obviously, you know, high-waisted pants, black shirt, like, but still, you know, she's looking lean and thin, and like she looks really good. You know, I think this is the best I've ever seen her look. Blah blah blah. Oh, sorry. Legs looking pretty muscular, I think. Can't really tell. Not my favorite bikini, to be honest with you. Maybe a little bit of a belly. Little bit, but like, see, it looks a little bit different here. Maybe it's just the angle. Possible it's just the angle. Gonna take photos, and then this is what really got me. I was like, okay, now she's, and to be fair, is pressed turkey the best type of meat to eat? No, not even close. Like, if the meat that you buy has a nutritional label and there's more than one ingredient, then it's not the best thing to eat, right? Pressed turkey is like, it's like 80% turkey and salt and fucking phosphates and nitrates and all this shit, like, and you know, whatever, shredded cheese and what is this, avocado, pickles. Doesn't look bad. Whole wheat bread, potatoes. I guess these are green beans or something. These are not, like, with the exception of the cheese and maybe the bread, depending on what kind of bread it is, it's not bad. These are all natural foods. Is it the best thing to eat? No. Is it the best thing that I've seen Stephanie Buttermore eat so far in every single fucking video I've ever watched of her? Yeah, I guess. But like, what's wrong? And I know it's, you know, again, this comes down to the aesthetic food consumption priority, where it's like, ooh, look at these colors. Like, this is the brown part and the orange and the pink, and then it's green and then it's brown again. Ooh, wow, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to eat it. You know, as opposed to something that is less aesthetically pleasing but more nutritious for your body. Because your body doesn't know about all these pretty colors. It's not going to do shit for you in terms of, you know, how healthy it is, your body composition, or what nutrients it provides. But for you to actually consume it, I guess it's more likely that you'll consume it, but I would pick better ingredients, right? I would not, this would not be my first choice. Some fucking pressed turkey, like, it's not fake, but it's less real than a piece of actual turkey, you know what I mean? Or chicken, or whatever, anything. But it is meat, which is kind of the point that I'm getting to, which is that how many, like, every single fucking fitness YouTuber or nutrition YouTuber, specifically her that I watched, well, not just her, it's like, oh, here's what you eat in a day. There's no meat, there's no eggs. I could probably count on one hand the amount of suggestions that I've gotten from people of these fucking YouTubers who did these what I eat in a day videos who ate meat and or eggs for every single meal. Or oats, which is, I guess, kind of the exception to the meat or eggs rule, which is like, okay, oats are also okay. You can also eat oats. Oats with cake pop batter, I mean, you're pushing it for sure. Yeah. Technically it is oats, but like, do you really need the fucking cake pop batter in there? Like, are you trying to be healthy, really? Or are you just trying to appeal to your unintelligent audience who also, or maybe not unintelligent, are you just trying to appeal to nutritionally ignorant women mostly who make their food choices as well based on how colorful and aesthetic food is as opposed to how nutritious it is? It's a common mistake, I guess, but, you know, pick something that's overall more nutritious. And I guess here's a video of her eating it.
So now that we're all caught up, it's time for lunch. I am just having a sandwich. I don't think it requires a tutorial on how to put meat in between two slices of bread, but I will let you know what's in it. So I personally think it's essential to toast the bread of a sandwich. This is a classy sandwich. And then I added mustard, some shredded cheese, which I know is bizarre in a sandwich to add shredded cheese, but Jeff does it and he got me in the habit of using it, and I kind of like it in a sandwich. Then I put sliced turkey, a half of an avocado.
No antibiotics. That's good. But still, pressed turkey is not like, it's got other stuff in it. You know what I mean? I guess it's easier to make a sandwich with it. But, you know, are we more concerned with like how easy it is to make your lunch or how good it is for you? But again, like I said, this is the difference between like, I don't know. I personally think there's a big gap between the best food, the ideal food, and like an above average choice. That's just me. Like, I wouldn't need to eat this bread. I wouldn't need to eat the fucking avocado. There's just no reason to eat it. There is no reason other than you want to taste the food and it looks pretty and it makes for a nice video, right? Like you could easily get by with just the meat and the mustard. Avocado is okay, I guess, but like for what purpose is the question? Like, for what purpose are you eating it?
Pickles, another essential. I love pickles. And then salt and pepper, which is super underrated on a sandwich. You should always add salt and pepper. It makes everything taste better. And then I top it with another slice of bread. I have master culinary skills, let me tell you. On the side, I have baby golden potatoes, which I make in the air fryer. But I make them in big batches at a time, so I just microwaved these. And then I had some steamed green beans that I just heated up as well, and voila. I also have a glass of greens because I actually really just like the taste of them. And I know they're like healthy for me or something like that, but like they're just actually really good. They kind of taste like, I don't know, it tastes like cold chocolate juice. Something. I don't know. Maybe that sounds gross to you. Time to eat.
I think I can see clear now.
I want to get some composition in here, but I'm afraid if I put, see, that's what happens. If I put the lemons in, I lose focus. Okay, no lemons for me. This is going to be a boring shot because I got nothing in it but me. We're going to talk. Update chat. I don't want to go on.
So I think this was like pasta with this ground turkey or something. So again, meat in lunch, right? This is not normal from what I've seen of her. Like, and I don't, you know, as a small YouTuber, is it really fair for me to take credit for this, what seems to be a sudden shift in adding meat to every single meal and the positive change in body composition and the apparent improvement in mood as well? I mean, I don't watch every single one of these fucking girls' videos, but like, does she not seem much happier in this video than in other videos? Her body looks better. She's actually working out. Doesn't seem like she skipped too many workouts. Seems like she's lost a little bit of weight. Am I delusional? Possibly. But yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy about pasta. I think it's just like unnecessary. But at least there's meat in there. It's a step in the right direction for sure. All right, what do you want to talk about?
Too long. Nothing has been super like revolutionary or life-changing, but I feel like there's been enough time since my last video that a few things have changed. So as I said earlier, I have been making progress on my book. I quickly wanted to read to you something really small from it. I went on way too long the first time, so let's do something really short. Looking down at my newfound belly rolls made from eating thousands upon thousands of calories of food every day for the past 6 months, I begin to cry. Jeff, my boyfriend of 4 years, comes over to my side and pulls my lifted shirt down to conceal my stomach and says in a soft whisper, "Stop, Steph, you look perfect." I look up at him with watery eyes and a hint of shame, and I nod my head. And then I hug him, hoping we can both just ignore the brief moment of self-deprecation. Now, I want to start by saying that I am not the emotional wreck I am about to portray myself to be, but 6 months into my all-in journey, I was often a frequent passenger on a very emotional roller coaster. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. Aside from that, I did hit my 20 book goal that I wanted to hit 20 books in 1 month. And now that it's been almost 2 months, I've read over 30 books, and I'm still simultaneously reading at the same time that I'm writing. I don't have to stop one for the other. You need to read this book. This was my favorite. And that's a bold statement. A Man Called Uva. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It was exactly the type of book that I needed. Highly recommend. Cannot recommend it enough. I've told everybody I know that they need to read it. This is a good book. So with book stuff out of the way, I have been doing a lot of the things that I said I would do to kind of keep my anxiety in check. And I have been doing a lot of things, as you saw this morning, with keeping my appetite in check and making sure that I don't bulk so much of my food later in the day. I make sure that I eat and space out my meals throughout the day, which really helps me. And it really helps me feel like I have a more well-balanced diet. Jeff uses BetterHelp. He recommends it to me very highly. I haven't done a session with a therapist yet, but I know that that is something that would probably help me a lot. That's something that I plan on doing. But something that I have done is that I spoke to Kayla.
So nice to see you. I know. It's so good to see your face.
If you guys are new to my channel, you may not know that Kayla was one of the gals who reached out to me after I made my first initial all-in video, telling me that she kind of helps people who do this sort of thing and who recover and go all in. She helps coach them. I've been talking to her basically since the beginning of my whole all-in journey, and she's helped me so much. She made me feel really good, and she told me my lack of appetite was actually super normal.
They come from this end and they have extreme insatiable hunger, and then they go all the way through recovery and they end up on the side with no appetite, no cravings. Like you said, I'm not complaining really, because I would take this over extreme constant hunger. But why does this happen? But yeah, it's this weird phenomenon that your hunger cues literally just balance out so much to where you have zero.
Isn't it a coincidence? It's shocking to me. Do you all right, this is fucking retarded, first of all. Second of all, isn't it interesting how once we begin to introduce foods, the foods that I say to introduce from the beginning, meat and eggs, once those start to enter the picture, apparently, and the workouts start to become more regular, oh my God, the hunger cues start to balance out. Oh my God, wow, how crazy. No more extreme hunger, no more fucking stupid side effects from eating fucking cookies and donuts all the time. Why would you not just go straight to do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you not just skip to the healthy part, right? I don't know. Can you sell as many books that way? Do you need to have these retarded conversations with other girls who also make the same mistakes, so you can validate each other's stupid choices on the internet, so everyone else can validate your stupid choices as well? Yeah, this girl, Kayla Rose Katecki, I did a video on her too, where it seemed because she made a video, this was back when I was doing all these fucking eating disorder girls all the time, and she made a video about how she got over her eating disorder and how she became a fitness girl and blah, blah, blah. And I liked her original video because it seemed like she had a very positive message. And then I saw that she was a major proponent of this all-in bullshit, and was pushing this fucking what I think to be a dumb idea. So I kind of lowered my opinion of her message a little bit. I just don't think it's necessary. How long has Stephanie Buttermore been doing this all-in shit? A fucking year and a half at this point. You could have fixed this problem in a month. Could have fixed it in a month, and you could have written a book about something else. Anything else. Anything. How you fix your problem in a month. How about that? That's way better. How you fixed it in a month and it was really easy, and now how much more amazing your life is because you've had the past year to focus on anything else that you wanted to focus on and make progress in other things. I don't know, it just seems like a better idea to me.
Cravings, you have zero draw to food. You're just food is food.
If under the condition that the client is completely cooperating in terms of eating everything, and they're not restricting, I feel there is a pretty distinct timeline. 3 months a certain thing happens, 6 months, and then the 1 year, and then you're saying now the 1 year, year and a half, certain things that tend to happen if you did follow the rules, if you did eat as much as you really wanted to.
The only difference with my particular scenario is that I have a lot of stress and anxiety from the pressure that I feel from my online presence. And I have come to realize since releasing that video and reading all of your comments about how it doesn't matter if I change. It does mean a lot to me because it did relieve me of some of that external pressure I was feeling. You guys said the same thing to me that you said in my first video, that you don't care, that you like me. It meant a lot to me that you guys just care about who I am. Okay, let's get back to the food now. transitioned over to the dark side of sweatpants because comfort. So for tonight for dinner, we are going to be having sushi, and sushi is something that I have at least twice a week for dinner. I don't know if I should say that with shame or if I should say that with pride, but I love me some sushi. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I usually eat is just I start eating the edamame because it's hot. So the other rolls that I got, spicy tuna roll, California roll, and then something called a fire starter roll, which is like a spicy tuna roll with avocado, and it has fish eggs and tuna on top. So I am internally battling with my 7-year-old self right now because I want to put this ice cream in a cone. I got a bowl.
When am I going to get my credit? When am I going to get it? Stephanie, I know you're going to watch this video. When are you going to give me a shout out, huh? When am I going to get my credit for saying, you want to see? You want to see all these videos that got fucking popped for copyright? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Today is November 12th. This video that I'm watching now came out November 9th. Here, this is, okay, Matt Stoney claimed a video, right? Stephanie Buttermore lowers the bar yet again, October 29th, less than 2 weeks ago. Stephanie Buttermore, all in aftermath before and after, October 27th. October 27th, another Stephanie Buttermore video, October 26th, October 26th, October 26th, October 26th. So 2 weeks ago, I made another video about Stephanie Buttermore, picking apart what she's doing and saying the same thing I say in every single Stephanie Buttermore video that I ever watched, which is that you are not eating enough nutrient-dense foods, you're not eating enough meat, you're not eating enough eggs. Eat those things and watch your fucking problems go away. Now, in this video, aside from the snack, which I guess if it's a snack, you don't need to make it to be meat and eggs because it's really more of a like, I feel like eating something that tastes good right now as opposed to like, this is going to be a bulk of the nutritional, you know, the nutrients that I'm going to eat, and it has less, a snack has less of a purpose if we want to talk about eating with purpose, right? But let's just take a look. Come on. And then 2 weeks after I make this video, right? What is this? Edamame. Okay, it's high protein. The thing with edamame or soy is that there is an unignorable amount of research that says that you shouldn't really eat it. Like fucks with your estrogen, and it has like all these other bad effects, but this like soy is in basically everything. So big soy, or the soy industry, is, you know, they fund a lot of studies and they're pretty powerful, and there's a lot of like they've changed it so that it's you know, damning to that now there's conflicting evidence. And also, you know, fine, a little thing of edamame right here before you eat your sushi, is this going to fucking ruin your health and send you to an early grave? No, definitely not. I'm not going to say probably not, definitely not. Let's take a look at this sushi, right? Everything here has protein in it. You know, there's no fucking veggie rolls. California rolls is avocado, imitation crab, spicy tuna with tuna on top and fish eggs. That sounds like a lot of protein to me. That sounds like meats, which is what I fucking have recommended in every single video. What else? What was yesterday's dinner? Chicken? Come on, chicken for dinner. This is meat for every single meal. Whereas before, I've not seen this girl eat meat for every single meal. Also, I've not seen her this happy. Also, I've not seen her body looking this good. Is it fair for me to take full credit for shitting on her for the past year? For this improvement in health? I'm going to say yes. I am going to fucking say yes right now and say that, well, can I take full credit? No, she obviously still has to do the work. But, come on. Coincidence? Is this a coincidence that all of a sudden all my videos for her get demonetized and pop for copyright, and the next video that she releases is fucking a protein video, basically, like watch me eat meat or eggs for every single fucking meal? Come on, Stephanie, give your boy a fucking shout out. Or you know, your way of saying thank you. I know you won't though, I know, because then it's like with my big mouth, like you'll never hear the end of it. But you know, send me the mental vibes. You're welcome, by the way.
So I'm internally battling.
Another dinner example. What does this look like? Oh, this was the same. This was the fucking chicken thing, right? Yesterday's dinner. Oh no. Okay, so another dinner example. What is this? Some sort of like. Is there meat in there? I'm not really sure. What is this? Is this some sort of meat? I don't know what this is. This is like I can't know enough to say if this is actually meat, but this looks like rice, and this looks like some sort of like curry or something. So I'm not really sure, but regardless of whether or not this is meat, this is definitely meat right here. This looks like beef, and curry is also very good for you. White rice, you know, fine, not the best in the world, but every fucking dinner that she's had meat. Every fucking lunch she's had meat. Every fucking, well, not every breakfast, but she had oats and eggs, or sorry, oats or eggs, which are two things that I also recommend. Come on. I know you binge watch my videos, Stephanie. Whatever, I'm over it.
So I'm internally battling with my 7-year-old. But something about ice cream in a cone is it's just so much better. Waffle cones from most of it. By the way, this is Edie's slow churn ice cream and cookies and cream. Eddie's or Edie's? I don't know. You can correct me if you know down below. It's better. I'm telling you, it's better. Okay guys, that is going to conclude this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you enjoyed me showing you more than one example of each type of meal, because I obviously don't eat the same thing every day. I'm sure you guys know that. Let me know if you like full day of eating videos. I can do more of them, so just leave me a comment down below. Like the video.
When am I going to get mine, huh? When am I going to get a fucking little bit of acknowledgement? I have to make nicer videos, don't I? I have to like up the production quality. Nobody wants to see me in the same fucking sweater all the time, just talking with no jump cuts or no like fun, interesting stuff. But come on. Well, I guess I can take satisfaction in the knowledge that I was able to help a famous YouTuber achieve their nutritional goals. But don't you think it's just interesting how like, oh, I went all in, and like a year and a half later, I started doing the thing that I could have started doing from day one, which has led me to like what appears to be the most positive mood to me. It appears to me to be the most positive mood I've seen from her in a video in a long time. And also like the most favorable body composition that I've ever seen from her. Not skeleton and not fat. Again, like I said, the bikini choice not my favorite, but like I think she could have found a more flattering bikini. But I get it, she wanted to be like classy or something like that. But I don't, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Don't you think this is funny? Like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. Anyway, good for her. Finally, good for her. She fucking. Is it wrong for me to say good for her that like you finally did the thing you should have started doing from the beginning and it's led to amazing results? I guess good for you. I don't know. Good for you, I guess. Like, but again, like I said, it's strange to me why somebody would go through this all-in shit when it's just eventually it's going to lead you, just like it's going to lead everybody, regardless of whatever fucking retarded shit they try. It's always going to lead you to the same result, which is eat meat and eggs for every meal. It should be the bulk of your calories, or at least 50 to 60%. I think she was a little bit under that in this, but it's a huge improvement from what I've seen from her in the past. 50 to 60% minimum of your calories should be from meat and eggs. Everything else, eat whatever you want. You want to have fucking an ice cream cone at the end of the day, and you've already eaten for that day. You've eaten oatmeal, you've eaten eggs or chicken or fucking sushi with like lots of fish in the sushi, no fucking vegetable roll bullshit. You've already eaten 50 to 60% of your calories from meat and eggs. You want to have a fucking ice cream cone, slow churned. Actually, it's not healthy at all by any stretch of the imagination. It's full of sugar, but who cares? You've worked out that day. You've already eaten all your fucking chicken and protein and shit for the day from natural sources, mostly. Pressed turkey, not crazy about, but at least it's pressed turkey. Protein powder, not crazy about, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. You want to eat your fucking ice cream at the end of the day? Go ahead, have 2. Doesn't matter. Have 3 if you want. Shit, man. Like, you already did, you checked all your boxes for the day. This is what I don't understand, why people don't just do this initially, like from the beginning. Like, that's what you need to do. You know what I mean? Anyway, pleasantly surprised with this video. I'll probably never get a shout out. It's okay. I'll just keep doing my own slow grind, or maybe I'll make better, higher quality videos. Should I do that? Should I put more effort into my videos? Let me know if I should. Leave me a comment down below. Also, I have a new fitness course coming out. It's called The Minimalist Guide to Fitness. It's going to have a section on fasting, nutrition, exercise principles, exercise demonstrations, sample workouts that I will also demonstrate for you, action plans, a cookbook, or recipes, I guess, not really a cookbook. And it will be released at the end of this month, and it will be heavily discounted in the beginning for the first, 10 or 20 people that sign up, and it will steadily increase in price over time because I will continue to add new modules to it, which will increase the value of the product. So if you are interested in that, go to theminfit.com, theminfit.com. There will be a link in the description. Sign up for updates down there. I think you also get a free guide, like a free webinar that'll tell you exactly how to get in shape, kind of like a little teaser. Do all of those things. If you have any comments about this, let me know. Leave me a comment. If you've been following my Stephanie Buttermore videos for the past year or so, do you think, based on what I've said here and what I've said in every other video, and all of those coincidental copyright, notifications that I've gotten, is it possible she's been watching my videos and finally began to introduce some of the tips that I have politely been giving into her diet? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.